One of the hardest things about gardening when you first start is to figure out when to pick certain items. In this case, I'm talking about dill seed. Dill seed is such a great item to do with primarily pickling. I use it for both my bread and butter pickles as well as my pickled asparagus. I want to show you the different stages that these seed heads are in. These ones here are just beginning to form their seeds, which is great. Then you have these ones that have some seeds forming, but are still quite green. Then you have ones that are like these, where they're starting to turn a little bit darker on the outside, but a lot of them are still green. And then you have the seeds like this one that are actually all brown. They're starting to go towards each other. It's starting to dry out. You can see that the little stems here are brown. If I was to leave these seeds on within the next couple days, they would start dropping, which is nice for getting more dill in the garden, but not necessarily nice for if I want to harvest it. So at this point, I would go ahead and harvest. When you harvest, you never want to try snapping it with your hands. Always use a pair of shears because the force that it takes to snap that stem is going to lose more than half of your seeds if you try. I take a bowl and bend it over it and just cut it right into my bowl. And then I'll take this in the house and I'll allow it to dry for 3 or 4 days. Once it's dried completely, it's really easy to just hold the base and collect all of these seeds in one spot and just kind of do a little twisting motion. If you don't hold the base of those, then a lot of times it will break right there where there's a weakness. And then you just do the same thing to the rest, but it'll come off a lot easier after it's had some time to dry. The dill weed is a different matter. Generally speaking, you want to collect your dill weed before it starts to go to seed. Once it gets hot, it goes up to seed, and then it stops putting as much energy into the fronds. You can still get some little ones, like this here, for instance, but you'll get much bigger, healthier dill weed if you do it before it's gone to seed like this. And that being said, I actually really appreciate being able to have all that dill seed, and it has so much of the dill flavor. I really like it. The last time that I went to the store and bought some, it was in a container that was very tiny. I think it was $12, and I could only find it at one of the 7 stores that are near me. So for me, this has been so much better and made it so much easier and far less expensive to do my pickling.